Hey, you guys, I'm following up. Listen, I am following up on the situation with I married a white man and three racist judges were trying to annihilate me. YouTube and the rest of America, I'm a victim of a hate crime by the state of California. Multiple court officers and law enforcement are a party to a hate crime against me. And now there is a cover up trying to cover up the hate crime against me. On September 23rd, 2020, at 8:30 at night, four sheriff deputies broke down my back door and broke in my home, threatened to arrest me if I didn't leave my home. I have Anthony Pulido on video in my home, telling me to leave my home. Okay, and I'm documenting this, and what you're going to hear right now is the phone call that I had with this man. His name is Lieutenant Del Rio. I reported a crime, and Lieutenant Del Rio refers to the crime as a service. La Puente Sheriff Department broke in my house and committed a crime. And Lieutenant Del Rio refers to the crime as a service. So, I want you to listen. I'm really having a hard time today. I'm always saying that, you guys. I got to think better and try to be positive. I'm documenting what has been done to me, and it's my position that I'm a victim of a hate crime by multiple court officers of the state of the state, and I believe that I'm a victim of a hate crime by the state of California. So you guys watch this video. I'm going to put in the call from him. So this man, and actually, guys, I found how much he makes. I want you to see how much he made last year, okay, and see how the lack of intellect he has, okay. I said I've been better, sir. I'm suffering from. I'm severely depressed. I've been in a bug infested hotel for almost 2 years because officers in your department broke in my house on September 23rd at 8:30 at night. I'm a victim of a hate crime because I'm a black woman in California. I was a good wife and a good mother. And because I'm a black woman, I'm in a bug-infested hotel, and my husband, who earns $220,000, is living off $200,000 of my money, and I'm homeless on food stamps. So I'm not okay. I have a 5 o'clock appointment with a psychiatrist because I'm a victim of a hate crime by your department. They broke in my home. I have them on video. Deputy Pulido confessed that Lieutenant Gary sent them in my home. So I'm not okay. And I know you didn't deserve this, you didn't do anything, but I'm not okay. This is what happens to black people. And by the grace of God, I'm going to be able, hopefully I can use this event to show the people who are doing studies for reparations that black people are still suffering today in 2022. And just to let you know, I'm recording this.
That what the outcome was. So I just wanted to let you know that your complaint was received and investigated.
Well, why wasn't I ever made aware of it?
Apparently you were. There was because you were unable to provide an address.
I couldn't offer an address because I was illegally put in the street during COVID at 8:30 at night.
Correct. Okay. They provided it. Let me see here.
They don't have my information because I'm afraid of you people. I'm afraid of you people going to try to cause harm to me or kill me or murder me. You have the gumption to you have the gumption, and you know I have them on video. I have everything on video. I'm just sad and I'm depressed and I'm working through this. I'm going to get the right people to help me with this. I have them on video. They broke down my door at 8:30 at night. There's no written record. They had no reason to. They broke down my door, broke in my home, threatened to arrest me, said inappropriate things to me. And then the day they did that, the next day I emailed my attorney everything that they did. I'm homeless in a bug infested hotel. My daughter got a scholarship to St. John's. My son is impeccable. I'm an outstanding black woman, and sheriff deputies broke down my back door because I was married to a white wealthy man and put me in the street. So let me take notes. So who performed the investigation?
It was a lieutenant here at our station.
So your officers broke in my house, put me in the street at 8:30 at night, and the most appalling thing was during COVID. It was COVID. You weren't even allowed to evict people who didn't pay their mortgage, but they knocked down my back door and put me in the street. And what you're saying to me is that your department was investigated by your department. What's the name? What is the man's name, sir?
L-I-M.
Okay. Is there a number or incident number or report number?
Yeah, actually, I can provide that to you. It's actually the number is 255970.
And you know what? I have a concussion, and I'm forgetful because I'm depressed. So I have to ask you things. This is what it has done to me because they knocked down my door, and so I have to ask you your name again. And I apologize. What is your name?
Del Real. D-E-L space R-E-A-L.
And so I'm going to pursue this as much as I can. I am aware of statute of limitations, but I'm depressed. And just to let you know, my husband is living off $300,000 of my money. He was privileged his whole life. His parents gave us $50,000 every year for Christmas. He wanted for nothing. I deserve to be put in the street. Now these officers, and until the day I die, someone's going to be held accountable for this. He's living his life. He's a highly functioning alcoholic. He wants for nothing. And I can't believe y'all let him talk you into this. And he's gonna come out of this smelling like a rose when he's an abusive alcoholic. I submitted multiple letters that this man abused me since 1993. And I put up with him because he was raised by racist parents that made him feel like he was nothing. He's an alcoholic. And I dealt with him for 20 years. They came in my home and didn't think I deserved to be living the way that I did. I put my career on hold. I did everything from that man. Now I'm homeless in a hotel. Because Deputy Anthony Pulido, who don't even know me, knocked down my back door, broke in my home like I was a drug dealer. I was in there in my panties talking to my friend. And my friend overheard them. I said, I'll call you back. Came in there, and when I went to grab my phone, he says, oh, do you want me to charge you with attacking a police officer? Let me be calm, because I'm going to take care of this either way. Okay, so he investigated this, and so what's the outcome?
Well, we can't necessarily disclose the outcome, but we do, when we do identify any appropriate conduct, we address it accordingly with the personnel that are involved.
Your officers broke the law and broke in my house. And what I hear you telling me is you can't tell me what was the outcome of these officers breaking in my home.
Well, the department, Lieutenant Ram was unable to substantiate the allegations that were made.
Well, that's because he didn't do a thorough investigation. If you Google Judge Sarah Heidel's a racist on YouTube, you see the video when he was in my home. threatening me, telling me I need to leave my house. So he didn't see. No. If so, how could he not? So how could he not? So did he question my husband? Was my husband questioned? Because just to let you know, sir, just to let you know, my husband testified in court papers that this happened. Okay. So I don't understand how. You know what? Let me be calm because I know you're gonna play with me. I need to follow. I need you to do what I need to do because this is why this happened to me. Black people have been suffering their entire lives in this country, and I'm going to be one of the people that's going to liberate us. So, what I hear you saying, Officer Darrell, is that Lieutenant Lim investigated but couldn't substantiate it. So at what lengths? How did he investigate this? Did he talk to he? Okay. So, you guys, I'm going to be calm because I want y'all to hear this, okay? Let me be calm, okay? This man is calling me back about me filing a report about sheriff deputies breaking in my home. You see the man in my house, okay? Now, this sheriff department is being investigated by other sheriff department, okay? Black people in California are suffering, and we need reparations because we're not going to be free. This is a white supremacist collective conscience that black people are inferior and white people are superior. You listen to what he's saying, and it's common sense. What I hear him saying is they couldn't substantiate it. Did you question? Was Officer Pulido? You know what, sir? He admitted it on the phone. I called there. You guys record conversations. It was beeping. He confessed over the phone. So what you're going to tell me is that you can't tell me how he investigated it, what he did. And explain to me why you can't tell me. Why you can't disclose to me the victim of a hate crime.
I can tell you that your husband was interviewed, yes, as part of the investigation.
And so what? And he didn't tell you that sheriff deputies broke in my house on based on what he said? What do you mean? You can't disclose them unless I subpoena you. So I'm going to have to subpoena you in a court of law to make you tell me the truth, right? It's okay, because I serve a good God. And so you tell me why you can't tell me. Tell me what rule that you are saying. Now, see, black people, Jim Crow America, this is what they did to black people during Jim Crow. They lied. They made rules they call black codes, okay? I'm angry and I'm upset. But we're gonna get liberation, and through my story, we're gonna get liberation. So you're saying to me he couldn't substantiate this. Explain to me this, Mr. Lieutenant Darrell. Why hasn't Lieutenant Lim called me? Why didn't he speak to me?
There was a letter that was provided to you.
How was there a letter provided to me if your sheriff deputies put me in the street and put me out of my house? How? Of course I have access to email, but you don't have my email address. I just told you, sir, that I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of your office. If you are brazen enough to knock down my door in the middle of the night at 8:30 at night and threaten to arrest me if I don't leave my home, why would I tell you where I'm at? Why would I tell you anything about me? You people are a nuisance and you are a threat to black people in this country. And I'm going to be calm. I'm not thinking straight right now because I'm in pain and I'm hurting. But see, what you don't know, the white guy married me because I'm a smart black girl. I coached him in his career for 23 years. That's why he makes $220,000. I'm just sad and I'm depressed and I'm suffering from concussion because I'm a victim of a hate crime by the state of California. Multiple court officers and officers of the state perpetrated a hate crime against me. Now I'm talking to you, Lieutenant Darrell, and I think you also are part of the hate crime against me because you failed to disclose pertinent information to help me get justice. So what I hear you saying is that it couldn't be substantiated, although you see video of them in my home. You see video of them in my home talking to me. You can't substantiate it, but when I called there, dumb Anthony Pulido goes, "Hey, Carrie, it's me. You remember me?" He goes, "Oh, it wasn't me. Lieutenant Gary made me do it." And this is on the sheriff department's phone that are monitored and recorded. Did you listen to? So what I want to know, Because what it is, you guys, with black people, this is a bullshit investigation. Because the investigation is to err on the side of the white person. This is what happens to black people every day. And what's crazy is how brazen they are. This is how brazen they are. So you can't tell me anything about the investigation, but I'm a victim of a hate crime, and I'm a victim of your officers breaking in my home. But you can't tell me about the investigation. And tell me again, sir, what rule is preventing you from telling me why you couldn't substantiate it?
It's Sheriff's Department's policy.
What you mean? What do you mean? Speak in complete sentences. What is the Sheriff's Department's policy? If you could speak in complete sentence and explain to me what policy you're referring to.
Per the manual on how we handle and investigate service comment reports from the public, we're limited on what.
Sir, this is not service comment. This is a crime. They committed a crime. Okay. So I don't know you. What I hear you saying, sir. What I hear you referring to is a service comment. This is not service. Okay, this is not service comment. Okay, in order for there to be service, let me just take it down a notch because you think you're talking to a dumb black girl. In order for there to be a service, you have to have been called. Okay, I didn't call you to my home. So let's start again. What I hear you saying is you're referencing a service policy. What determines this? What defines this issue as a service? No, I know, sir. Now, see how they double talk? Let's stay focused, officer. Okay? See, I'm not a dumb black girl. I'm a college-educated person. And actually, I'm quite brilliant. And you're going to find that out. So, the question I asked you, I don't know your level of education, is that what I heard you say is this is a policy. When it's service, was not a service. What I'm asking you is how you are defining this crime that was committed against me as a service.
Would you classify this as a complaint?
Sir, I classify this as a crime. Sheriff deputies broke in my home. And what I got to do is I got to be calm because I'm going to take care of this. And I'm going to get justice. And you people are going to be guilty of part of the hate crime against me. And this is going to be used as a study. This going to be used as a study. Do you know, sir, excuse me?
I'm going to have to let you go, Ms. Gibson.
Why are you going to have to let me go? Because you haven't finished answering my questions.
I provided you with the service comment report.
Sir, I didn't ask you. This is not a service comment. Officer Del Rio, I am calling you about a crime. Are you able to, because I just called back, are you able to discuss with me the crime that was committed against me? Now, see, black people, you see how they word it as a service, and it's so ignorant, and it's so simple. This is how brazen that they are. So, you are a lieutenant. And lieutenant, are you telling me you don't know the difference between a service request and a crime? But you're a lieutenant, right? Lieutenant Del Rio, are you telling me, sir, that you don't know the difference between a crime and a service?
I do.
And so, okay, see, they used to dumb black people. Far from it, sir. So why are you referring this crime that I reported as a service? No, it's not. No, sir. No, it's not a point of words. Words have meaning, sir. I don't know what kind of education that you have, sir. Words have meaning. A service is mean I called you to do a service as a civil servant. A crime is when I am a victim of a crime that's against the law. That is punishable by penalties. That has nothing. That is punishable by penalties. A service is when you review and give feedback and give coaching. That's not what we're doing. I reported a crime. So, Officer Del Rio, I'm asking you again about the crime that was committed against me. And I'd like to know what is going on about my report of a crime. I reported a crime, not a service. Okay? Okay, so then you want to refer to it as a service. If it's a service, sir, why were they at my house? Why were they at my house at 8:30 at night? I didn't call them. I was on the phone. And my phone workers are going to show that. And I took pictures with my camera. and my camera's going to detail the time and the location of the films. But you want to keep doing this, but we can do this if you want to. I serve a good God. I serve a good God. No, sir, what I'm asking you about is a crime. Okay? So are you the person that I need to speak to about this crime that was committed against me? Because for some reason you keep referring to a crime as a service. Then you have the audacity to say it's words. No, sir. Words have meanings. Okay? Again, I don't know the level of education officers at that department have, but 12th grade education will tell you words have meanings. A service is when you come and you do something you provide a service. A crime is when you break the law. That's punishable by penalties. Okay? What was happening, they broke down my back door, came in my home. And I think what they did is more severe than being police officers. As being officers of the court, they're held to a higher standard. Okay, so what we hear them saying, you guys, because I'm gonna have to get an attorney for this. Okay, but this is going to be evidence for the court that the city of Industry is racist and they are a racist. We already know. The sheriff's department in Los Angeles has a gang and they're racist gangs. So we already know that. So again, are you able to discuss the crime with me, sir? Or are you going to talk to me like I'm a dumb black person and refer to a crime as a service?
The crime that you allege was deputies racially profiled you and they broke into your home.
No, they didn't. No, sir. They didn't. No, they were ordered by, according to the deputy, recorded statement on the phone of the sheriff department. When I called there, Anthony Pulido answered the phone. And he said to me, "Oh, Carrie, you remember it's me. It was me. I gave you my card." This is how brazen they are. He broke in my house and gave me his card, y'all. And he says, "Well, it wasn't me. Lieutenant Gary told me to go over there. Lieutenant Gary made me go over there." Okay, so let me ask you this. Can you provide a report number, a report for the service that you're referring to? And what's the report number?
255-970.
No, this number was the number you told me you were given for this incident. Okay, what I heard you say.
Documented under that number.
No, okay, so what was the service, sir? What was the nature of the service?
I'm sorry?
You were referring to a service. And what I hear you saying is that I am complaining about a service. And your policy prevents you from giving me detail about a service issue. What is the name of the service? What is the service you're referring to? What was the service? And how was the service ordered or carried out? What initiated the service?
Sure. I actually don't have time to go into...
No, you're not smart enough to answer the question, is what it is. Because and you know what? I'm hurting. I'm in pain. But this is why God did this to me. Because I'm built for this, and I have the intellect to take care of it. I'm tired and I don't feel good, and I'm angry and I'm sad. Yesterday I went through the bank, and this old Mexican lady was sitting out there, and she was standing there, and I gave her $40, and I said to myself, Carrie, who are you to complain? Old Mexican lady, probably 7 years old, sitting out there giving the flowers to pay her rent. And I'm saying, Carrie, who am I to complain when I have the opportunity to liberate black people and shine a light on a corrupt sheriff department? Who am I to complain? So, sir, I'm not satisfied with what you're saying because what you're saying is not making any sense. You keep on talking and you're not giving me straight answers. You are a part of the corruption. You're hiding and you're being disingenuous. You're being dishonest because I am talking to you about a crime. And you are doing what's been done to black people since we've been in this country. You are using what is called black codes. You are trying to distort the truth.
I have to let you go now.
No, well, you know what? I'm going to call back and I'm going to ask for the captain. So you guys listen. You heard him. You see, and these are the people you pay. He can't answer my question. Are you going to reference the crime, sir? Are you going to talk to me or discuss the crime that was committed against me? Why not? Because you ain't able to? Because you do know you do know Lieutenant, you do know Detective Lero, you part of the crime now, right? You do know you're part of the cover up.
I have to let you go now.
You do know you're part of the crime. You know you do. Oh, I'm gonna call back, sir. You do know you're part of the crime, right? Wrong bitch. Wrong mother.
This is a proposed order. Okay, so where's it signed by the judge?
Right there, you just passed it.
And so no, but it wasn't entered. I just got it.
It got stamped by the court on the 18th.
And so
Look, I understand you're upset.
no, I know. I talked to my attorney. He told me what he told me was I sent him this because I didn't even look at it because I was in an abusive relationship. He told me how many days I had before what he could do.
And that you're gonna have to go to the court and deal with all that stuff, okay? All we're asking is you have a notice to vacate. Grab whatever little person.
You guys, I'm trying to be calm so I can speak intelligently. I don't always sound rushed. My heart is racing because I'm having an anxiety attack right now. Although I wanna explain to you what you just saw. They broke down my back door and they broke in my home like I was a drug dealer. I was in there in my panties. He came in the bathroom and told me come out. I was putting pants on. I was on the phone talking to this guy. And I was like, what the fuck? They broke down my back door at night, okay? It's illegal, okay? And then he handed me this piece of paper. He didn't give it to me. He showed me some bullshit, okay? So let me tell you really quickly. When there's the order, he's saying that the judge did it. When there's an order, the judge files an order, they have to notify you and disclose to you that it's an order. You have like multiple days, like 10 days or something, to acknowledge it and respond. And then at that time, it becomes an order. None of that happened. Sheriff's deputies do not evict people at 8:30 at night. What this officer, I think her name was something Juan. I forgot her name. I got her name written down. But the only person that told me the truth when I was investigating this is that the only way someone could take possession of my home is through what's called a writ of possession. Okay, and that didn't happen. And the reason why that didn't happen because my son was my tenant and it was during COVID. They couldn't put me in the street. It was illegal for them to even try to. Although that is my house, that's my home. They stole my home. They took it and they illegally sold my home. I'm suffering from anxiety and depression and I'm struggling dealing with this because what happens, my heart races and I feel sick. I'm kind of rejuvenated because listening to him, just the arrogance and the brazen of them lying and covering up. And you guys, I put in there how much he makes. This man makes over $250,000 a year, and he's a liar. Our tax dollars are paying the sheriff department. You know what? I'm going to write Governor Newsom. I've been kind of hard on him, but I'm going to write him, and then I'm going to share with you guys the results of that. I mean, I don't know. He seems to be, I'm like, I want a black party, you guys. So I don't even know Democrat, Republicans. I think it's good points on both parts. I'm like, I don't am affiliated with a party. It depends on what they believe in certain things. I'm kind of conservative, okay? And I could be wrong. I'm not happy with the Democrats in California, but everything that's going on with Governor Newsom, and I don't know if I should say it out loud in the public, but I hold myself out to be a good judge of character. And he keeps addressing things. So I don't know if he's doing that because it's an election year or is he sincere? You guys, I'm a sucker. If you do something nice, I believe you. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to try to, write a letter to different places. And one of which is going to be Governor Newsom and see if he's going to be willing to request an investigation. So, you guys, you can't see my picture because I'm in here looking crazy. I was in here sleeping, waiting for I have an appointment with my therapist today. And I'm in a bug-infested hotel, so I don't sleep. So y'all can't see me because I look crazy. See the video I made yesterday. Well, I didn't care. But at any rate, yeah. So this is, I'm married to a white guy and 3 racist judges are trying to annihilate me. This is the portion of, I'm a victim of hate crime by the state of California. Multiple court officers and law enforcement are party to the hate crime against me and the cover-up. If you guys know anything about the La Puente Sheriff Department, if you have any complaints or gripes as black people about the Sheriff Department, please email me or leave a message. Thanks.